Welcome back. It's been a while since the last video. Got this beast going. It's running a little rich still. It won't go past about 6,000 RPM. So I have some leaner main jets. We're going to test those out. There's 260s in there right now. These are 250s. So we'll take a short test ride on the 260s. Then install these and compare the difference. This is pretty much completely cold. I did run it just like maybe 10 seconds just to make sure it was going, because this thing really needs a primer. What you missed was me taking the fuel hose off the carb and sucking it up. Got fuel to the carbs now, just gotta warm her up. Look at all that smoke. Okay, it'll run by itself now. Put these boards under here just so the skis don't freeze to the snow, because last year that was a problem. And it was always a pain to get it going, because the skis wouldn't slide. This thing is a beater. Look at that. I flipped it last weekend. We'll take it easy because it's still cold. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. It's a new mic setup and a new camera. Before, I was using a Casso something 7000. It was alright, but it was not the best quality. It's also a new mic setup. Now I have the mic going straight into the GoPro. It's a GoPro Hero 4 Silver. This is where I flipped it. You can see there's not much snow here yet. Still lots of dirt and grass showing. So right now I'm running the GoPro Hero 4 Silver at 1080p, 60 frames a second, super view with Pro Tune on. So it'll take a little bit of video editing to get the colors to look right, but it'll look a lot better with the Pro Tune. God, I really hope you guys can hear me, because I can't hear myself. Alright, we'll start giving her now. I bet she's warm. Watch this. Got a couple of pretty good jumps here. I think with the help of my neighbor, we're gonna redo some of the jumps, make them better, bigger. Mostly for the dirt bikes, but jumps are fun on the snowmobile too. Oh. Alright, I'll do a couple of full throttle runs, and hopefully you guys can kind of watch the tachometer. The speedometer's broken, the tachometer works. You'll see it really doesn't want to go much over 6,000. And I was holding it all the way in. And pulling the plugs, they seem pretty black and pretty wet. Bought this thing for $340. Not even me, because kind of parents bought it for the family snowmobile, but I'm the only one that rides it. So yeah, it's a beater. Does not run good. You saw the seat. Yeah, I remember I flipped it last weekend. Still going at 6 maximum. It won't go over 6. And it does seem a little better when it's kind of cold. Like it'll maybe do 6.5, maybe 5 minutes after you start it. But after it's pretty warmed up, the maximum RPM kind of drops. So it's another symptom of running rich. So I'm hoping the 250 main jets will fix it. Oh! Almost went into the fence post right there. Pop the hood, you can see the seats falling apart. This thing is a pile. Alright, first thing to do, shut off fuel, pull the fuel lines, get gas everywhere. Especially on the hot engine, that's pretty safe. Let's pull these. Get the throttle slides out. Let's see, yep, flip them. That's pretty easy. And get gas everywhere. This thing should flip the other way. Or turn. Flip, turn. You get the idea. Just like that. Pops off, don't lose that. Screw that in. Tighten her up just a bit. Alright, then let's pop the float bowl back on. Alright, on the other side, I believe this is a 17 mil. On this one, we don't have to pop the whole float bowl off. This one has a cap. Right here. It's nice and convenient. So let's grab the 6, and I bet that won't fit. We'll make it work. Okay, we got it. You definitely won't be able to see this, but I'll try and unscrew this. There we go. Alright, got the 250 here. Gonna carefully pop this back in. If I can get it in there. There we go. Let's grab our 6 mil. Just kind of snug it up. Good to go. Grab your little cap. Screw this back in. If I can get it started. $17. There we go. Now let's turn these back. There. Make sure they're all the way up against this rubber manifold. And then let's tighten them down. Let's get the fuel hoses back on. That just slips over here. This slips on right here. Should probably replace those. I think they leak a bit. So let's get the throttle slide back on. The cutaway goes towards the intake away from the engine. So this just kind of slides in right there. Just tighten the cap. There's too many cables in the way. That's tight. Everything's hooked up on this carb. To the other side. Put this slide back in. This cutaway again towards the intake, away from the engine. That just slides in. You gotta line it with the notch. Then tighten this back down. Make sure that's tight. This is tight. Got fuel to both the throttles, both the chokes are hooked up. Tighten the screws so that they don't turn. I think we're ready to go. Oh, maybe. Kinda. There. Does not sound right. Had this happen to me last weekend too. Wonder if one of the throttle cables came off the slide. Yep, that's exactly what happened. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Alright, it's finally in. Let go of that. Reinstall. Alright, let's start her up. Nice. Let's take it a little easy because it did cool down a little bit. Wasn't even full throttle. Huh. Still won't go past 6. It does seem a little more responsive though, a little more powerful. Because I know for sure it was running Ridge. So I guess I'll run it for a couple of weeks like this and then check the spark plugs. See if they're any less black. Go, cat! Definitely has more power. But it's just, you think it would go past 6 if the tach goes to 10. You know, we should cut that branch, some of those branches, so we can move this jump right here over more. So it's like right here. So more straight, because that one's angled and they end up going sideways if you don't flick it. Put another jump in right here, move it over a bit. See, there's kind of a divot there, so you'd have to do something about that. But I think if we cut some of these branches and move this jump, slide it over a little bit, it'll be a lot better, because it's taller and it's not angled. And oh, there's a piece of the seat. Okay, we're gonna do from a stop in fresh snow. This is fresh snow, not on the packed snow. See, you'd think it'd go faster than that. It's gonna go past 6,000 RPM.